Hello, my name is Jasmine and I'm actually a domestic student. I'm not an international student like a lot of people think, but I am from Hawaii and I was born and I grew up in Hawaii on the island of Oahu. And so I do pay like out-of-state tuition, and so I'm not from California, which is why I feel close to like a lot of the people that aren't from California either, because like I can relate with them. So all my life I grew up on the island. I traveled a lot because my family is from Malaysia. My parents and my siblings, my older brother and my older sister, were both born in Malaysia. They're all born in Malaysia and I was the only one born in Hawaii. So I have like a lot of like international perspective from all the traveling I do, and like just basically like not being from California in general. My favorite snack is goldfish. I mean, it's so tiny and it's like really cute and it has like a face, and it's like salty, I guess, but it's like really good. So eat goldfish. The 3 words I would use to describe myself is open, mindful, and earnest. I picked these words because I feel like in my life I try to focus a lot on human connections. So I really want to make sure that I'm open to like what other people are saying in different cultures, and at the same time I don't want to offend anyone, which is where the mindful comes in. And then in being earnest, I want to make sure that I am working towards this goal of being able to meet a whole wide range of people. And so the earnest comes in as to me looking forward for my future. The reason why I chose to come to UCI for college, like on the more basic level, like since it's going out of state, the reason why I choose to go out of state first is because like growing up in Hawaii, you realize that it's a really small place. So it's really good to branch out and like get new experiences, that something that you can never realize when you're just always in Hawaii. It's quite a small rock, so it's good to branch out, I believe. And so as to why specifically UCI, my brother actually lives in California. He's married, he has kids, and so every like school break or so in high school, my family always traveled up to California because he lives in LA, and then we would just stay with him. And so when I was looking for colleges, like I found that UCI was quite close to my brother, and also it's a pretty good school and which had a really good business program, which I wanted to major in, so this is why I chose to come to UCI. So what actually motivates me is my own dreams. From when I was a child, I was heavily involved in music, and so for the longest time I wanted to do something in music. Like, it sounds kind of silly, but I really wanted to be in a band when I was younger. Maybe a little bit now, but like it's things like that I know that if I really do work hard for it, I can achieve it. But it doesn't have to necessarily be the dream I had when I was a kid. Like even now, like my career goals and like my own the things I want to do in the future is what keeps me motivated through school and like helps me really like empower through like the difficult times that I might be struggling with, just because it's really important to me. So at UCI, I'm actually involved with JSA, which is Japanese Student Association, and the reason why I chose to be part of this club is because, well, for one, in high school I did something with like a Japanese culture club because I'm really interested in Japanese culture, and so I also want to practice speaking Japanese. And with that, like just to have like a little something similar to home from when I was used to in high school, I wanted to find a club similar here, which I could participate in. And so on the involvement fair, I found JSA and it was like really interesting. And so I went to the first meeting and I was like, oh, like I can actually make friends here. That's why I thought I wanted to be part of this club. And so up to now, like every week I've been going to JSA. So one of the biggest challenges that I faced when coming to college was first adjusting between high school and college. So in high school, I did take a lot of like AP or like college classes, which is pretty similar to here, I found. But the biggest challenge was that it's a quarter system here versus like a semester system. So everything moves a lot faster. So you realize that you're in week 4, week 3, and you have like a midterm coming up. And so like from week one, you already have to like start getting yourself like ready for your tests and your classes and getting yourself prepared. So that was something I had to adjust to. But now, like after 2 or so quarters, like I feel like I actually found like my pace, like what is a good pace to like go and like and study for my classes and stuff. So I think I was able to overcome that. So one big piece of advice I'd have for international students, I mean, international students, but like also people from like not from California, like out of state students, is that the biggest thing you should do is just try to talk to a lot of different people. Like don't always stay centered in your groups in the beginning, because like I feel like people tend to gravitate towards like what they're used to, or like other people from like the same country and whatnot. This is why like if you come to events like coffee hour or like other international center events, you get to meet like a lot of different people from different backgrounds, and that is really what's key to like adjusting here, because California itself is very diverse. So I feel like once you get like lots of different experiences, you get a feel for like, you know, like what this place is like, and then you can get comfortable with the people here. So just be open. So my favorite memory at UCI is something that's really simple. I've actually been like around California a lot, like to the beach, to Universal, and like to other places. But the thing that's the most memorable is like when you and your friends like all of a sudden just start bursting out into laughter because of something silly. And so like those organic moments where it's not planned and you don't really know what's gonna happen is something that's the most memorable in my opinion. And also from that, the other thing that's the most memorable is the meeting that I had with each of my friends. Like each of those meetings are very important to me. Like one of them was at a different club which I used to be part of, and then one of them was at coffee hour, and I met 2 other of my friends from that friend. So slowly like you start to make a home for yourself, and so I'm really happy that I got to meet each of these people. And also like all of these like organic or simple moments that I have is really important to me.